Thank you, Mr. Speaker. With the Majority Leader and the Minority Leader's permission, I have a House resolution and ask for immediate consideration. This House resolution is honoring Anthony Capezza, also known as Tony, on his retirement after 50 years of distinguished and honorable public service. Tony Capezza is a man who has spent his life in service of others. He has always been a devoted family man, served our nation with honor and valor in the United States Army Airborne in Vietnam. He also served and protected the public as a police officer and as the director of International Brotherhood of Police Officers, and Mr. Capezza has a distinguished law enforcement career. After returning from his military service in Vietnam, he joined the Cranston Police Department. In February 26, 1973, Officer Capezza was known and respected for his tireless work ethic and his diligence on the job during his 24 years with the Cranston Police Department. He retired from the department January 6, 1996, at the rank of Sergeant Detective. Shortly after retiring as a police officer, Mr. Capezza became a national representative for the local International Brotherhood of Police Officers, the position he held until 2002, when he was named the state director of the International Brotherhood of Police Officers, and served as its main lobbyist for the state of Rhode Island. He retired from the director's position February 28th in 2021, but continued lobbying as a state contractor for the police union. Mr. Capezza, I'm not used to calling you Mr. Capezza, Tony. Mr. Capezza has many accomplishments. He was most proud of his support for legislation allowing police officers to serve in towns in which they do not reside, support property relief for municipalities, legislation that would waive property tax for a surviving spouse of an officer killed in the line of duty. He also supported the 2021 legislation that would have allowed municipalities to treat canines injured on the job by EMTs for transportation. I met Tony when I first got here, and through the time, we've become very close friends. I consider him a very close friend of mine. He's sitting with some very close friends of mine I'd like to introduce. First, I'd like to introduce Paul Valletta from the Fire Department. Mark Mancino from the AFL-CIO. And Tony's replacement, excuse me, can never replace Tony, but the one who will be taking his place is John Rossi. Tony's a devoted husband to Colleen Capezza, the father of Anthony, Tina, and Ann. Proud grandfather to Cassie, Trina, and Lexi. The House Representatives of Rhode Island hereby honors Anthony Capezza on his retirement after 50 years of distinguished public service. Thanks. We want to thank him for all he's done to protect safety and the well-being of our state's police officers and citizens. We furthermore wish him good luck, good health, and continued success in his future endeavors. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Thank you, Mr. Capezza.
Thank you, Chairman. Well said. Tony Capezza, my friend, well-deserved retirement. More time on your boat, but we still hope to see you up here. You may leave the building as a lobbyist, but you will never leave us. And it's great to see you sit next to your partner in crime, Mr. Valletta, welcome back from your recent surgery, and you look great, and I'm sure the halls of the State House missed you as much as we all did. So thank you very much. Chairwoman McEntee, please.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise to congratulate my dear friend and constituent, Tony Capezza. Thank you, David, for forgetting to leave number 2 open for me on that resolution. But I did ask Tony, and my heart is there. When I first ran for rep, Tony was one of the first people that came to me and said, "How do you feel about the police department?" And I said, "Oh, I love them," especially in uniform. But anyway, Tony, you've done a great job up here, and you've protected your rank and file very well. You've advocated amazingly. He and I would have coffee over what used to be Brood Awakenings, now is Audrey's, right? We've been there too. We meet with the police officers in Narragansett and South Kingstown, and it's all worked out very well. I don't know what I'm going to do without you, but I'm going to call on you to keep up some of this work, and I wish you all the best. I hope you have a wonderful retirement, and are you going to get another boat, or maybe? Good luck to you, my friend. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, we've heard some things said about a man named Tony Capezza, and you heard these words such as distinguished and honorable. Well, I'm going to present the true case, Mr. Speaker, and I already told him that I would be doing this. So, distinguished and honorable, I'll tell you what, antagonizer, troublemaker, tail twister. That, I think, more describes Tony Capezza.
Is it Tony Capezza or is it you?
I plead the fifth, Your Honor. Well, somebody has to be that, right? They said about his wife. It's not his wife, she's a saint. When he goes, then when she goes, they're going to let her into the pearly gates. That's all I'm going to say. But now, something about Tony you didn't know. After you meet with him for about 5 minutes, you go, here's a guy only your mother could love on payday. That's the only way you're going to love this guy. And I could tell, no, this is true. You got to trust me. I'm a lawyer. You got to trust me on this. So it's not, this is absolute truth. This is the truth. I had to deal with the guy. The guy's a big thorn in my back. Distinguished and honorable. That's funny. It's all you have to know is, you know, I learned this when I was a young man, Mr. Speaker. Tell me who you hang with, and I'll tell you who you are. Paul Valletta? Not much. And then you're going to be replaced by whom? John Rossi? You're a dead man walking. There's just no shot. There really is no shot. But I can tell you this, in my opinion, I think you should take a slow boat to North America. Don't come around anymore, please. It's just one of those things that I can only say this, Tony, with all due respect, it's really been a pleasure working with you. I also got my fingers crossed behind my back. I just want to let you know that. But no, you are an honorable man. You are a man of distinction. I do happen to like the guys that you hang with. Not the guy, Rossi. I really don't like him. But the rest of the guys are all right. Good luck in whatever you do. I'm sure you're going to be successful at it. There's no doubt in my mind. And I hope that I can count on you and call on you if I need you. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Just a few comments. I would be remiss if I did not take the opportunity to congratulate Tony Capezza. He will be missed. Tony, you and I have had a number of conversations, many on the record, many off the record, and your advice and counsel has been sought after. I have talked to you about many different types of issues, and you have always come through with great advice and great counsel. You will be missed, but I can assure you, you will not hear the last of me. Thank you.